Happy Wednesday, Clinton County, Wilmington, Ohio, 45177. Um, was given a few pieces of information that I'm going to cover here. Seems there was an internal investigation held secretly in the city against one of our little derelicts that's been mentioned here a few times. And come to find out, there was uh, city resources used for personal gains, and uh, I'm just the digging's never going to stop here because we deserve better, especially when it's costing us so much to live, and there's people out there completely plundering and doing some incredibly corrupt garbage and taking the easy route versus suffering right along with the rest of us. Um, but the quote is as the I've read this before, but this is exactly what's taken place right here in Wilmington, Ohio. When plunder becomes a way of life for a group of men in society, over the course of time, they create for themselves a legal system that authorizes it and a moral code that glorifies it. That is exactly what some of these officials have done, and now they're not. Um, it's on a one-way trip downhill, and it's just going to get worse for a lot of people that's had their hand in the cookie jar of plunder, and some of them have moral codes that they have to live by and have to uphold. Otherwise, they lose their licenses, they lose their abilities to earn a living. Well, not earn a living. I mean, they just go from making potentially a six-figure salary to um, $15 an hour if they're not skilled. Um, but on any event, yes, I'm going to get that. In fact, I'm as far as the records are concerned about some of these internal investigations, I'm going to get my attorney involved, and we're going to attack this like a banshee because there's a certain couple of shitheads that should have been gone a long time ago, and how they held on and um, weren't done away with is we're gonna get to the root cause of that. Definitely. Um, we'll see. If not, sunshine violation lawsuits will be filed, and we'll win. Depends on how they take it. And by the way, I thought this was just say you're a coward without saying you're a coward. I'll tell you what. You have a YouTube account. Watch my videos, and then go create another one to comment on the same day. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's comical. It really is. How there's people that just can't they can't. I don't understand. But if you got something to say it. I mean, um, and put your name on it. I mean, that's why our little former law director buddy thought for sure that I was this anonymous person who absolutely crucified him on social media, and it wasn't. I said it wasn't. I mean, it's not my style. If I got something to say, I'm gonna say it, and if there's repercussions and consequences, then I'm gonna deal with those. I don't go around making 10, 15 fake accounts with fake names and like some of these. I mean, that's just hilarious. It's just that says one thing: coward, yellow coward, little bitty person, no cojones, none, coward. That's what that says for a man or a woman to have to do and to do something like that, to hide behind something versus saying it on their own 2 feet with their own identity. So that's what those people are. And can I see for a degree why some people do post anonymous in some of the groups? I do, because they fear retaliation. But in situations like this, come on, if you got something to say it. Um, but based off, I mean, what you've all read, um, where they'd accused me of he didn't even provide the police department with information. He refused to get. No, I didn't refuse anything. I gave them enough to do what they needed to do. They wanted that name. Who took the pictures and the videos and things? They wanted that for one reason. They wanted to go after him. Why? Because your son is a dipshit, and you're gonna get upset with somebody because they documented him being a dipshit. I mean, public official, man. That's bizarre. It's disturbing. I mean, I don't think I'm going to catch Mayor Haley out there, chucking farm tools at his wife. I bet I don't. I don't think I'm going to see old Chief Wilson, throwing hatchets at his family. I bet I don't. I bet I don't see the new prosecutor, throwing sledgehammers at his family or any other type of equipment. You're just not going to see that. And that's what made it incredibly bizarre and absolutely insane. And there's people that think that's funny. You enable that kind of shit, really? Well, they're going to find out just how funny it's not, because I can 1,000 times assure you that's not over. I 100 million times. I promise you, these enablers have not heard the last of that. So you can count on some of that, coming back and biting you in the ass, and anybody who enabled that, some of our CPS employees over there who thought it was okay. Well, I think possibly because they're not there anymore. So maybe that's why they're not there anymore. I don't know. But just like Sarah Smallwood stated, she's responsible. Well, yeah, you are, lady. You are. And I would not doubt there's going to be one of these stuffed in some of your faces in the near future. In fact, I would guarantee it, because you've got a multi-billion-dollar a year industry crumbling in our courts right now and globally, and people are getting to the root cause, and all the criminals who enabled and stood on the backs of abused children for their own personal gains. And some people didn't gain anything other than, hey, I'll do you this favor, thinking they're yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? You made that choice, so live with it. I hope everyone involved loses their careers. I really do. You deserve it. You deserve it. And I hope your families look at you and question you. What kind of beast what kind of monster are you? What kind of insane, brutal monster are you? The type of person that would know that there's children being harmed and turn your head the other way just to fill someone's pocket, or just to push an agenda that's never going to go further than what it is. And that's before federal and state courts, and it's getting completely destroyed. So you've got agencies like the APA, the AMA, the WHO. When they say something, they mean it. And if you think they're going to go to court and stand behind that garbage that's harming children, that our local court, Helen Rowland and Christy Underwood tried to push right here in our courts, I'm sorry. You people knew ahead of time, or you're just stupid, and I don't think you are. I don't think I think you're probably going to try and conveniently play stupid, but we know better. So everyone knows better because they see the price tag that comes with this thing, and then they see the lies and the admitted bias and the declination of letters rogatory. So it's coming to it's big pimple. Squeeze it, and it's gonna pop. It is. It is. And the people that involved in that, well, and it seems to be the same kind of the same group of people and the same and the same little clique also involved in Casey's case. Which, by the way, raise your hand if you got a call or a text or a visit. Wanted to answer some questions, or if you wanted to have a conversation with investigative reporters or maybe the likes of a federal agent. Raise your hand. I'm telling you, folks, these dirty people that have done horrible things. Well, the chickens are coming to roost. It is. I mean, don't get mad at me and Daryl or Jane or anybody else that's just sick of it. I mean, you actually, expect people to sit around and allow people to be killed, children to be abused. You would rather not know about that. The type of people that you're eating with and your community stores or restaurants that you're eating beside and hearing their bullshit, going to some of their speeches where they sound like eloquent demons, all while and behind the scenes, they know children are being abused while they're lining their pockets. Are you kidding me? Again, my Father in heaven's children aren't for sale. And you're going to find that out in a very, very, very hard way because Karma, she's a bitch. She is. So, I pray for these people. I really do, because they're God's children just like me, if that's who you believe. I hope they're guided by the light, and I hope one of I can think of three. I really can. I can think of at least three that I believe that's going to cave. There one of three that I know is going to run for the hills, and I think some of these people out there that's been hiding this shit probably knows it too. I mean, because you if you've ever been in any type of interrogation class or course or anything like that, you can see by demeanors, you can see by actions, you can see by the way they speak, their actions. That yeah, I could get information out of this guy in a heartbeat. You just know it, and you get in front of the right interrogator who is very slick and very very poised and very patient, like a butcher block. It's over. it's over, because they are very good at what they do. So yeah, I can think of at least three that would cave and run and take a deal and say, "Oh my God, I don't want." Hey, yeah, I know what happened. I know what happened. I'll tell you everything. There's a lot of you out there that's worried about that. You should be. I'm telling you, you should be. It's one of those things. There's people that, I mean, I've had dreams, that I've done something so horrible, and I mean, it haunts me in my sleep, and I wake up and I think about it, like I had a dream one time. I stole my grandpa's car and I wrecked it, and I was petrified. It was this little Triumph TR7. I don't even know what that is, but I had a dream that I stole that thing, took it out, joyriding. And it was before I had my license, and I wrecked it, and I brought it back, and I woke up to, oh my god, I was I was petrified. It didn't even happen. It's like one of those dreams, but this isn't a dream, ladies and gentlemen. These people are walking around feeling this way. When's it going to happen? Whew. That would suck. And here's the thing, it's going to. It's going to. Um, it's this information has found its way to several people who are most definitely, um, very, very um, intrigued and very, very um, anxious. They're going to get involved, and they're going to see. I mean, they're going to see. I mean, I can't wait until I hope that our mayor purges um, the system of who he knows of who he knows is bad, and I mean the statement was made that it's hard to get rid of these people. No, it's not. You can get rid of union people if you got the right people documenting it. I mean, first and foremost, do some of these people have the qualifications to be doing the jobs that they're doing? That's the number one thing. You just can't take someone just because, hey, they're a union or there might not be a union or they're civil service employees. You still have to be qualified. And if they're not, guess what? Bye-bye. See ya. It is what it is. If you don't have the proper, okay, so if you go into the job description, you read the criteria, and you get placed in this position, and you don't meet that, at will, see ya, bye. I'm not going to place you, or they don't have to place you into a position that you're not qualified to have. They might try it, but when the right person finds out, well, guess what? You could have a serious, a ton of lawsuits on you because you've placed someone in a position that they're not qualified to do, while qualified applicants who have applied, they're going to be like, well, wait a minute, how did this happen? How did this person jump to the front of the line? Well, it's more things, uh, political shit that they're going to have to deal with. I mean, to the two officers who got shook up, prayers for you. I understand one of them now probably has Hep C. Um, that's that's man. There again, I mean, it goes back to this council or whoever makes the decisions. They need to be proactive on top of that shit. What do the people that protect my ass need? That should be asked once a week, once a month, minimum. Hey, what can we do for you? How can we make your job easier and making our lives safer and cleaner? Period. You know, I'm not going to worry about. Hey, let's spend this couple 100,000 a minute. Let's widen this alley. Who gives a shit about an alley? I mean, that's hypothetically speaking. But first responders and law enforcement. I mean, a lot of people say, defund this. You're an idiot. You're just a complete idiot. You need to fund these people to the gills, unless you're willing to get out there and do it. When 99% of the people aren't. So keep that in mind. Go run into. Okay, hey, there's a burning house over there with somebody's baby in it. Go run your ass through that house and save that child. Hey, there's a firefight going on in the alley back there. Go engage. See, I mean, that's what it is. That's what people are like, oh, not me. I don't want to do that. So, I mean, that should be one of those proactive moments for these people. Our city safety directors should not ever have to come to the council and say, hey, these guys need this. The council should be going to them saying, what do you need to operate proficiently, more sound, and effectively, to where you can execute your jobs precisely the way it should be, and be and still have maintained professionalism and yada yada yada. But I mean, that should be, yeah. I've never understood the psyche behind that. I never I just didn't. But on any regard, again, we're going to find out, this little jackwagon who had an internal investigation. We're going to get that paperwork because it's public record. It is. I don't give a shit if it was secret or not. You spent my money doing so. And so, that being said, I also know the people who aided in conducting that. So it better be on record. That's all I got to say. Because private headhunts, boy, they're shined upon, aren't they? Right? Don't want to help anybody in lawsuits, do we? Hope not. But anyway, I think that's all I got for today. Thank God for the rain. We've needed it. Okay. I don't know if I made this suggestion or not, but there's a golf course up in Washington Courthouse, the Green Golf Course. They have the best damn wings you'll taste. Try the spicy garlic. I'm not kidding you. They got good food, period. But the wings, I don't know if you recall Toots. We used to live in that place. I mean, it was just, similar, but these are better. Just saying, they are better. And I was turned on to a sauce. Today, it's apple butter bourbon. They make it in house, and it is absolutely positively amazing. Be awesome on smoked ribs or smoked chicken. But it's good on the wings too. So there's and it's a little foodie tip for you. Yeah. I also just read today. I didn't know this. Lowest recorded in any journal, and this is crazy because I almost broke a record. Lowest recorded sodium level is 99. Mine was 100. And most people die below 120 or 114. They're and their body just, my body started shutting down. My kidneys, I went into kidney failure. My stomach shut down. My breathing started getting really jacked up. So it was, I mean, I did check out a couple of times. I mean, it was quickly resuscitated, but yeah, that's okay. And I'm going to say this again. If you're ever in a hospital, you better damn well take 100% full charge of knowing what's going into your body, because they give you someone's SSRIs or like sertraline, like they gave me for PTSD. I weaned myself off of it. There was another one, gabapentin, and all that stuff I'd been weaned off of. Turned out that they didn't update the hospital medical list, but my surgeons, 2 different buildings, both at the James or OS or the Wexner, excuse me, and they didn't communicate, and they were giving me full doses. One was 150 or 200 milligrams of sertraline, and the other one was the gabapentin was, I think it was 300. And those are both like step medicines where they step you up to it because of the severe nerve damage I had. That was for the gabapentin, and the sertraline was for PTSD. So they gave me full doses after I'd weaned myself off for months. I got to go. My baby's on the phone. Semper Fi. Hello?